wanna kick it with a P. I don't blame her. Say it when a nigga going deep.
Moving along. So, next question would be, should you or should you not date a stripper?
No. Next topic. Now, I feel like, so the thing about strippers is that, I'll lump it up. Strippers, escorts, OnlyFans, adults, entertainment in general.
Sex workers.
Yeah, sex workers is that they're not squares.
I've heard
Right?
that.
They need to be with scammers, rappers, drug dealers, maybe athletes. They be getting over on athletes. Paul George.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because athletes are actual squares with a non-square talent. Or with a talent that leads to fast money.
Okay.
Which I think is a delineator or is a attribute of not being a square. Right? Because like what you're having now is you're having these Twitch streamers or gamers or of the similar ilk. Yeah. They're squares, but they're getting fast money and they're getting with these fast money women. I'm not trying to disparage these women, but these women have a These women have a different type of game that square dudes think they can handle, think might be excited, but they can't handle it. So I know I can't handle it, so I'm not with a chick that's not a square. I would prefer a nurse.
Me too, but I don't see the appeal of a prostitute. That's what I'm not getting. Like, I don't see how people like are on the internet crying over a woman with a face tattoo.
I mean, if you think she bad,
India love, like niggas love, like they love this.
She got game, bro. That's what I'm saying. The hoes have the best game. They know why you think
women don't need game.
But women in the game low key because you go to a strip club and convince a fully grown adult man that you like him. You go, that's the first rule. The stripper don't like you. But people love to hear what they want to hear to varying degrees. And like, when you in a mode or you looking for something, it's like being with the shark in water. That's how PG got caught up. I mean, he wifed her. He might be happy. But it's like, it's just the appeal, and it might be just something like, if you're an athlete, you're a high dopamine person, or you're in a high dopamine field. So like, it's plausible that a regular woman doesn't excite you as much as a stripper. Like, I'll give another kind of maybe, it seems unrelated, but like, you look at Diddy, stick with me now. Stick with me.
Jesus Christ.
You look at Diddy, he's doing sexual depravity, we would say, at minimum.
He's doing a lot of things.
Right. But I don't think he started that way. This isn't to shoot and bail, but I think what happens is that you get a certain level of notoriety and access, and then it's like, okay, I could have this groupie. Okay, I could have 2 groupies. Okay, I need 3 groupies. Okay, now I need them to do some weird stuff. Now, and you're just slowly escalating the level of sexual depravity. We don't, because we know that leads to hell. But he is just like on this hedonic treadmill, and I think that's what athletes or
hedonism.
Dudes that mess with fast money women are on that like hedonic treadmill, looking for like more of a dopamine hit, looking for more pleasure. And it's like, you can never be satisfied. So I think that's what's going on underneath it.
Let's bring this down to the ground level, right? With the normal people, with the normies, right?
Yeah.
What are the consequences of dating a fast woman?
As a normal person?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be heartbreak. It could be...
Nah. Let's take it to hell.
All right, then you tell me.
All right, like, okay, let's take it to hell. All right. If you're raw dogging 3 of these OnlyFans girls, you know what I'm saying, whenever you feel like, or some girl you met at the club, you will get HIV. Okay, no. If you're raw dogging every woman you see at the club, right, and on Hinge and on Tinder, you might catch something.
The Magic Johnson experience? Or?
Oh my God, yeah, there's multiple versions of this. As a minority, there's no benefit in having a child out of wedlock. It's just embarrassing. And be a young boy. at a young age. It defeats the possibility of wealth building.
Sure.
Between the diseases and the baby mama drama, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, it's completely foolish. Next thing I want to talk about is what is the dating experience for black men and black women in LA? Because like you'll go on TikTok, you'll hear about like some white girl who's from Wisconsin moved to LA to be an actor or a model.
Sure.
And she's in WeHo, and like the men are fake or they're gay or yada yada yada. But what you don't hear about is what do niggas go through dating in LA? What is that like?
I think I can only speak from the perspective of a man. I think so. I feel like I do better outside of LA, but that's not really dating because like you go on a vacation, that's not really a date. That's just like interest from the opposite sex. So it's like, and that might just be like vacation glow because you got a section, you probably got your best haircut, you probably got a new outfit on, so you're probably an elevated version of yourself. And you're spending more money.
Put that shit on.
Yeah.
PTSO. Put that shit on.
Put that shit on.
PTSO or maybe PTSD, depending on who you bring back.
Antonio Brown.
So CT.
Both.
So, I mean, I guess dating is fine for me, but like, it's different for everybody because everybody has a certain net of suitors that they can pull and a certain level of cachet, and I feel like I put some stuff together that may make it easier. And to your point, like people like from Wisconsin that complain, it's because they're dating people from Cleveland that also live in Los Angeles. Like I think because I think some of the better relationships come from like introductions, like not like light introductions or like I kind of knew them before. Like yeah, you can match on Hinge or whatever, but like a lot of times, like if you went to high school in LA, you probably know a few, maybe like 4% of the people you went to high school with. And that leads to connections like, oh, I used to know her, so I kind of mess with her. So I feel like you have those more serendipitous encounters romantically if you're a native as opposed to moving out here to be a YouTuber.
And for the record, we like black women, right?
Of course.
Say it.
I love
the camera and say that.
I love black women. Happy Black History Month, Queens. If we get it out before we won't. But hey, happy belated Black History Month, black, beautiful Nefertiti Queens, Grand Risings.
My God.
Yeah, primarily black because there's a lot of cultural overlap. Not that I wouldn't date other types of races of women. I have dated other races. Why am I capping? But I'm just saying, like, the cultural overlap is a strong magnetic force.
Let's get into like how the landscape has changed over the last 20 years. We were talking about this off camera. Hollering at a woman in the parking lot is crazy right now. That wasn't crazy 20 years ago. There was a time period in which hopping on Tinder or a dating app for fun. But now it's the only way to date, isn't it? Like you're not going to go to Walmart, and find somebody. You must rely on these apps to find a feasible, viable partner. You don't have a choice anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this good or bad for the culture?
I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, I think it's too early to tell. But like, yeah, to your point, 20 years ago, we didn't have camera phones, so there wasn't the same level of like reputational risk. Like you seen that trend is on TikTok where like there'd be like a female like fitness influencer, she'll record, and if a guy like gave her a look, not like an ogle, but just like a look, she'd be like, oh my God, if you believe he's, and there's a difference between ogling, like you shouldn't ogle people, but like it's like
shouldn't you?
Ogling is like at the gym, yeah, that's wildly inappropriate. But like a nice, like,
pause, be on.
Ogling versus checking out, those are different things. Ogling is virtual harassment. You shouldn't ogle anyone.
My fear is we're implementing rules that go against the nature of human beings. So it's like men should not look at women. That's not okay. There's a distinction between a quick checkout and ogling, right?
Yeah, that quick checkout is biological. Ogling is creepy, yeah. There's a fine line. Not even that fine line. There's actually a pretty staunch, easy to know line, yeah. Because people weren't receptive to that influencer that posted. They're like, girl, the proliferation of technology has further isolated us because we've replaced our real reality with a digital reality.
Yeah.
which is, I guess, a proxy for reality. Like if you match on Hinge, you eventually meet up, and then it's a real life thing. But I think there is a optionality fatigue that comes with being on these dating profiles like Hinge. There's like this experiment like about like ice cream flavors. If you give people vanilla and chocolate, they'll buy because they can make a binary decision. But if you have 42 flavors, people aren't going to be able to make a decision. So if there's two different types of ice cream and it's a binary decision, human beings are more likely to buy. It's easier for them to be decisive. But since we're creatures that hate uncertainty, if you add in 42 flavors, analysis paralysis, and then you apply that to dating, you're like, well, do I want to settle for this chocolate when I can have cookie dough and there might be cookie dough in the future? So by thinking you have more optimal choices or being able to choose your optimal partner, you're actually missing out on so many palatable partners. Where you look at back in the day, it's like, I'm gonna go out with the girl that's in my neighborhood.
I totally agree.
And that was good enough.
You hit it on the head. Like, pause. That's correct. You hit the nail on the head with the hammer.
Thank you.
Pause. The easiest way to lose a woman is give her options. That's either very true or it's very sexist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but it's true. Like, do not give your woman options like that. See, that's not sexist. Like, you're saying, don't give your woman choice. That's sexist. But anyways, I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole with that one. No, it's true. It's almost like there was a time period where men who don't get women, there was a time period where men who don't get bitches was in the minority. These men were called incels. And you would hear about them bitching and moaning, but dating and getting married was such a commonplace thing that they didn't matter. Something happened with the rise of technology, like you pointed out, to where that group of incels, which might have been like 8% of the population of men, it's currently ballooning rapidly to where it might be like 35% of men. 35. It's
younger men, but
yeah. Well, that's what matters because you got to think about it. A 40-year-old man is probably already married out the field. He's not even tripping. He can remarry tomorrow. He can find a woman who also has kids and get a blended family like Adam Sandler and move forward. Yeah. But in that range of like 17-year-olds, actually no, 15-year-olds really to 34-year-olds, you have this rising population of men who just don't get bitches. When there's only a few of them, you can make fun of them, and that shame will make them refine their skills. But it ballooned and it's still expanding. It got particularly worse during the pandemic. Right? And so they're looking for ways to biohack their way into some vagina. And there's an over-reliance on dating apps, and not even just because they're relying on it. We've made ogling no longer okay in public. So now the most common avenue of finding your spouse would have been going out and meeting someone at the post office, but now that's not okay. It's sad. But
there's a lot of own goals.
Fuck all them niggas. Let's talk about black people and black people problems. We don't care about the enemy. So
that's hilarious. That Malcolm X autobiography is resonating heavily within you.
Okay, so where do niggas go to find women?
In general, or
in the LA area, Hollywood, West Hollywood. There's downtown LA. You have Santa Monica. There used to be a spot called Savoy.
I remember that. I think my dad used to go. I think my dad probably still go there. He's 70. He should be up in there jamming like a mug.
Savoy. Anyways, you got Long Beach. All right. These are the areas where black people either live, congregate. So what have you seen? Where do niggas be at?
Nowhere. They're all closed down. Parlor, Third Base, I think, had rats and got shot up.
One Oak?
One Oak, I ain't been there half a decade, bro. Long Beach. ain't no. There's black people in Long Beach, but bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like it don't be a lot of like black women that meet in Long Beach.
That's it.
Bungalow Long Beach might be it actually. It's improved significantly. That it might be Bungalow Long Beach, bro. But I really like a festival at Lamert Park, but it's like it's very inconsistent. Paul Pierce used to have a spot. Truth, maybe Marathon has like hookah late night.
Rise Brunch in Glendale.
Yeah. Shout out my boy DJ Z. Plug that. Um,
But no,
yeah. Go ahead.
you touched on it. Wait, there are places where niggas will go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In good faith to find a connection, right? So if you're saying is there's black men, black women, niggas will go out. Clearly, we go out, right? But black women don't go to these spots that we go to. Isn't that odd? There's a chain of bars along the coast of the LA area called Baja Sharkies. In Long Beach, they call it Panama Joe's. Same company. Niggas go to Sharkies, Panama Joe's, but black women don't go there. And it's in the. Let's keep in mind, black men love black women. Something is happening to where our women don't go to the spots that we go to.
It's curious. Yeah, we'd have to ask them.
What are your thoughts on black men dating interracially?
What Robert and Ebert, 2 thumbs up.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is my philosophy. I like who likes me. Black women typically have the advantage because we have an aligned culture. I know I can go home to her parents. It's not
And
like,
not get lynched.
yeah, and it's not. Whoa, yikes. Yeah, Santa Clarita is a clan faction. Anyways, but yeah, no, I think with the cultural overlap of black women, it's most likely I will end up with a black woman. And additionally, yeah, it just gets weird, bro. Like honestly, like I'm not even like a racial guy, but like black people and white people tend to speak a different language, tend to see the world a little bit differently. Not in a material like we should segregate, but it just like a light
Different culture.
light cultural differences. 80% of black people marry other black people, 80% of Latinos marry Latinas, 80% of white people marry white people. I don't think 80% of people are overt racist.
No.
It just makes sense. We tend to cluster, and race happens to be an attribute that we do that. I love all people. I really like who like me. Like if my wife is Persian, I'm in Glendale looking for Armenians.
Yeah, shout out to that.
It's basically Yerevan.
Love is love. Love is love.
Yeah, for sure.
My point bringing it up was that I noticed that dating interracially when you're younger versus like when you're 17 through college age versus when you're like in your late 20s and 30s, it's different, isn't it? The younger you are, the more you can focus on just love is love.
Mm-hmm.
But as you get older, dating becomes more strategic. Are you funny? Are you intelligent?
Mm-hmm.
Are you presentable? Do you look good? That is what matters when you're 17 to 22. But something happens when you're 26 as an American where you become more tribalized. Are you on the left? Or are you on the right? We can do this, but if you date me, are you going to delete your cultural background and conform to my life? Because some niggas do that, like a Sharon Brown. Sharon Brown's a dark-skinned nigga from Michigan who will likely go to jail for attacking a white woman. When you're younger, the idea of sharing seems viable. As you get older, the concept of domination becomes reality.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's cultural, bro. Like if you have a different religion, like are you going to convert?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How are you going to raise the kids?
Yeah,
so like
it becomes a real thing.
Yeah, so I think race has some of those cultural undertones as well
Yeah.
that might add friction. Like as you solidify your identities, there's more friction. You need something solid to have friction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild how the different factors start
it's
mattering more.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought up Sharon Brown. I don't know if he's a coon. I have my suspicions, but it's interesting because, first of all, this is a tangent, but it's funny that his wife and his mistress kind of look the same. Like he certainly has a type, white blonde, if you couldn't guess. It's interesting how, like, Jonathan Majors also has a white blonde, and he has a white baby mama from before that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a white baby mom. I think so. Fact check. But I heard he had a white baby moms, and so he has a type as well. It's so funny. He was telling his ex-girlfriend that they
that.
went to court about. Like, I think on one of the recordings, he was like, "I need you to be my Coretta Scott King." It's like the irony of telling a blonde white woman that
in good faith.
Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife.
And he does look like a civil rights dude. Like, he has a civil rights like orator. So it's so funny that like he would be the one. Like, what are you doing, bro?
I need you to be my Coretta Scott.
Like, bro is really LARPing as MLK. You know he's doing a movie with Ben Shapiro.
Before we get into that,
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
yeah.
Do you think he really loves making good?
Like you said, dating becomes more strategic as you get older, and then add on celebrity to that. It's probably like damn near arranged marriages. But is it? But see, like, isn't a dating app like Hinge, for example, kind of a tech democratization of that, right? Because what happens on these dating apps is that you probably develop some sort of like attractiveness score. That's what I'm assuming
Facts.
the algorithm is based on.
I believe it's called the ELO score.
Okay, ELO score.
Yeah.
Right? So you are getting this ELO score that measures one's desirability to come up with the best matches.
Me and your last man ain't the same word.